FirearmPop in the morning.
Hi friends, this is FirearmPop, here with another edition of the Armed Citizen Stories, and this one's coming out of the archives. This is October 2007, and this is American Riflemen, and here we have the Armed Citizen. So, without further ado, we'll get to reading these great stories. Right there. Willie Lee Hill says he returned home and butted into a robbery in progress. Police say the suspect struck Hill several times in an unopened soda can, rendered him unconscious. He woke minutes later, bleeding profusely and half blind without his glasses. He managed to reach a pistol in his bedroom as the robber returned. He lunged toward me, he said. There was only one bed between us, and I shot him, and he fell face first onto the bed. He didn't move, Hill said. The gun saved his life. I can handle a pistol, he said. I know that he was going to kill me if I hadn't got him first. Then police arrived. The suspect told them, I can feel my legs, and I got what I deserved. I can't feel my legs, and I got what I deserved. Amen. And that was in El Dorado, Arkansas. A man was sitting in his vehicle while his wife shopped for groceries. To his horror, three men burst into the store with a gun, preparing to fire and begin robbing customers. The man called 911, then received a call from his wife. I just heard her saying, there is nothing in my purse, he recollects, and there was a pow. The phone went dead. The man, a concealed handgun license holder, sprang from his vehicle and entered the store with his .45 caliber pistol. He hoped to avoid confronting the bandits, but police say that that was not to be. One of the robbers pointed a gun at the man and responded by firing 2 shots at the suspect, injuring him as his accomplices fled. Neither the man's wife nor the others were harmed. I was just worried about my wife, the man said, noting he took no satisfaction in shooting the suspect. I just wanted to get her out of there. And that was in Dallas, Texas. Tim Webley was putting tools away when he noticed his back door was suspiciously ajar. According to authorities, he found several signs of burglary and was missing a firearm. As far as I know, there's an armed person inside my house, so I go and grab my .357 out of my nightstand. Webley explained that's when he heard noises coming from the garage apartment where his stepson, Tristan Pierce, resides. In the apartment, he encountered a man wearing a motorcycle helmet. Thinking it might be his stepson, he called out, Tristan? Silence followed until the helmeted man said, please sir. When Webley knew the man wasn't Tristan, he pointed a gun at him and said, you move, I got a biohazard on my hands. Hearing the commotion, several neighbors came out of their homes and the guns ready to help. With their guns ready to help. Great. One of them called 911 and the intruder was arrested without incident. And that was in Gulfport, Florida. Johnny Johnson awoke to the sound of a gunshot at his front door being kicked in. A security system alerted the sheriff's office while Johnson phoned his mother. She told him to avoid heroics and stay low, but Johnson had other plans. He snuck down the hallway with a 9mm pistol, surprising one of the intruders and shooting him multiple times. Police nabbed the alleged burglars and their getaway driver at the hospital. I'm in the right because it was either me or them, Johnson said. Police agreed, and that was in Jacksonville, Florida. Responding to a knock at the door, a 22-year-old Carrie Humphrey thought she saw another resident of the apartment building through her peephole. Police say that then she opened the door. However, 2 strangers forced their way in, one of them toting a .22 caliber rifle. Humphrey's roommate, a 24-year-old Michelle Reeder, heard Humphrey scream and ran to the bedroom where she retrieved a handgun. Reeder returned to the front room where she found Humphrey being held at gunpoint. The intruder then trained the rifle on Rita and threatened to kill her. In response, she fired several shots, striking her assailant once. The other suspect fled, but the injured intruder continued to struggle, forcing Rita to stab him. He succumbed to his wounds at the scene, and the young woman fled to safety. And that was in Waynesboro, Pennsylvania. Know the area well. Some great stories. These are, like I said, out of the archives back in 2007. Yes, way, way back in 2007. People were still defending themselves. So, it's always great to hear these stories. It's always great to see neighbors coming to their help with firearms. What a great relief that must have been. So, I wish I could say the same here. Where I live, I doubt, I know of only one neighbor that has a firearm, and he couldn't move fast enough to get out of his own way. Anyway, enough said on that. Hope you enjoyed the stories. This is FirearmPop. You be safe out there, and God bless. Bye now.